Welcome to today's video. Today is July 13th, 2026, so 190-degree day a year. We're going to be talking about our margin versus severe weather today and enhanced versus severe weather tomorrow. Also, we're going to be talking about the heat too also today. Alright, everyone, so we can see this is our day one severe weather risk for today, everyone. Let me just get this in a better position. Okay, there we go. So we can see on here, this is our severe weather risk for today. We got margin risk in Montana, Georgia, South Carolina, typical thunderstorm risk in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Louisiana, Nevada, Utah, Colorado. You can see California on here too also, guys. So yeah. Then also we do got our main risk today is we do have a what I'm trying to say is we do have a wind risk today. We do got to talk about. So it's not really this is our only severe weather risk for today. We have a 5% wind risk for Georgia and South Carolina and Montana. And maybe it looks like even bordering Wyoming. We can see also on here 5% risk potential for some damaging winds. We could see here potentially on the lower side. So alright, everyone, so we got our severe weather risk for tomorrow. We got a enhanced risk in New York, some New England states. We can see Vermont, New Hampshire, enhanced risk in Maine. Then we got a slight risk in New York, New Hampshire, Vermont. We can see Maine and margin risk in New York. We can see in Massachusetts and a typical thunderstorm risk in New York, Massachusetts, and in one of the other New England states. Then we got a margin risk in Idaho, Montana, then a typical thunderstorm risk for Nevada, California, Texas. We can see in Michigan and Florida. Also for tomorrow, everyone, we can see we do also have a tornado risk we got to talk about. So we have a 5% tornado risk for tomorrow. Significant one potential for EF2 plus tornadoes. We could be talking about in Maine and some of the New England states. In New York, we can see low of the black dotted lines. Then of course we got a 2% tornado risk, significant one there. We can see also we could have some tornadoes potentially there too in the green area, 2% to block dotted lines. We can see in New York, Maine, and some of the New England states. We can see also on here. Then also we do got our wind risk we got to talk about tomorrow. We have a 5% wind risk in Idaho and Montana. We can see then a 30% wind risk, significant one potential really damaging winds in New York, Maine, and not Massachusetts, Vermont and New Hampshire. We can see on there. Then 15% wind risk in Maine. We can see New York. And a 5% wind risk in New York and Maine. We can see then 5% wind risk in Idaho and Montana. We can see for tomorrow also, everyone. So also we do have a hail risk for tomorrow. We got to talk about. We also have a significant one hail risk for parts of Maine, New York. A potential for large hail. We can see then a 5% hail risk from New York, some of the New England states. In Maine, we can see that Idaho and Montana. We have a 5% hail risk too. We can see for tomorrow, everyone. So we just gotta see tomorrow to be another severe weather outlook for this, the updated one for tomorrow. So this is what today's looks like. So we're gonna see. So let's talk about other things. Let's talk about our radar projections, what to see, our storm caps, and other things. You know, the unnormal things we talk about. So let's get to that. Alright, we can see this is our radar projections for today. This is what storms could look like around 3 p.m. on our margin risk severe weather. We're gonna talk about this quickly, then we're gonna get on to the tomorrow's thing. So we can see this is 3 p.m. tomorrow. Today we can see we got some pop-up storms in Georgia, South Carolina. We can see also on here today. Then we got also 5 p.m. on here. We can see we got storms in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. We can see also. Alright, everyone. So we got 6 p.m. today. We can see on here. We got storms in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. We can see popping up around 6 p.m. today. We can see. Then we got looks like some pop-up rain showers in Tennessee, Kentucky. Then 8 p.m. comes along. We got some storms in South Carolina, Georgia, around 8 p.m. tonight. We can see. Excuse me. Then we got some pop-up rain showers in Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. We can see also on here rain in Louisiana, Texas. We can see also on here too. Then we got 9 p.m. on here. We can see we had some pop-up storms in Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. We can see around 9 p.m. tonight. We can see also on here some pop-up rain showers in North Carolina, Virginia. We can see rain in Louisiana. We can see also on here too. Then of course we got 10 p.m. now. We can see we got looks like some storms in South Carolina, Georgia. We can see rain in North Carolina too, rain in Louisiana. We can see also some storms in Tennessee. We can see rain in Kentucky. We can see also on here too. We can see some storms in Louisiana. We can see also on here too, guys. Then we got some rain in South Carolina, Georgia. We can see Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. We can see Virginia. We can see also rain in North Carolina. We can see also on here too. Then pretty much after that, then we just let's go to tomorrow's thing now. So let's look at, we're gonna go to New England now and look up there for tomorrow, everyone. So where is New England? There's New England. So let's go to tomorrow. So we can see around 7 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like we've got some storms in Canada. We can see this is where our storms are starting to form around 7 p.m. tomorrow. We can see on July 14th. We can see on here. Then 8 p.m. comes along. We got storms in the New England, in Canada. We can see also some rain in Maine. We can see some we can see some scattered rain showers in Massachusetts maybe. Also, then we got our storm line here in Canada, Maine. We can see also on here some scattered rain showers in New York. Some of the New England states we can see also on here too, guys. Then of course we got 10 p.m. on here. We can see we got a line of storms in Maine. The New England states we can see. Maine we can see also on here too. Some storms in New York we can see also on here too for tomorrow. We can see for tomorrow around 10 p.m. Then 11 p.m. we got some storms in the New England states. Maine we can see some rain in Maine also too. We got around 11 p.m. Tomorrow we can see also. Then midnight we have some storms in the New England states. In Maine also we can see on here. Then also we got 1 o'clock in the morning. We can see we got a line of storms. We can see the line of storms are starting to weaken. We can see around 1 a.m. in New York and the New England states, and by 4 in the morning, mostly all our storms are gone. We just have rain showers. Pretty much it for that. So let's talk about our storm cap numbers for tomorrow too now. Alright, everyone, so this is what potential storm cap numbers could look like tomorrow. We got storm caps around 3 p.m., maybe 2,900, 3,100 in the New England states. We can see Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, 3,000. We can see also 3,200 in Maine. We can see also tomorrow around 3 p.m. storm cap. Then also we can see around 6 p.m. tomorrow. We got about 3,700 storm cap in the New England states. Looks like Vermont, New Hampshire. We can see also around 6. Maine about 3,200 storm cap. New England states about 3,000. We see Pennsylvania 2,900 storm cap. We can see also on here some of the New PA 2,800, 2,900. New Jersey 2,100 storm cap. We can see also on here. Then we can see about 3,500 in Massachusetts. We can see also on here. Then we can see 3,200 in Maine also on here too, guys, around 6 p.m. Then we got 8 p.m. on here. We got 3,600 in New York, 3,400 in Massachusetts, 3,100 we can see also in the New England states like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, 2,900 storm cap. We can see also on here. You can see 2,500 in parts of the New England states, 3,000 in Massachusetts storm cap. Tomorrow, then we can see by looks like by 1 a.m. our storm cap numbers are pretty much going down to 2,000. We can see still some high numbers, but this can change potentially tomorrow. So yeah, guys. So of course our storm cap we got now. So we're gonna look at our tornado perimeter. All right, everyone. So we got our significant tornado perimeter tomorrow. It's pretty high. I gotta say, we got 10, 8, New York about 9, 5 Massachusetts, 4 New England states, New York. We can see higher the number, like in the pink and white. We can see is higher the number. So yeah, pretty high. We can see on here like 10. So that's why we have a significant 1 risk for tornadoes tomorrow and a 5% risk for this area of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. We can see also. So let's talk about our heat for this week coming up too. All right, this is what our temperatures look like at 1 p.m. today. Remember, if it says 2 p.m., that's EDD time. We're on CD Central Time now. So over here in North and South Dakota, it's 1 p.m. We got 100 degrees in parts of South Dakota, 96 in North Dakota, Minnesota in the 80s, Michigan Peninsula, we can see in the 90s, Wisconsin in the 90s, Nebraska in the 80s, Missouri in the 80s, Kansas in the 80s, Illinois in the 80s. We see today Oklahoma in the 90s and 80s, Texas in the 80s, Arkansas in the 80s too, Tennessee, we can see also. Then let's move on to 5 p.m. now. We can see this is what 5 p.m. looks like, everyone, today. We got 101, 100 in South Dakota, 90s in Minnesota, 90s in Wisconsin, 90s in Michigan Peninsula, 80s in Missouri, 80s in Kansas, 90s in Oklahoma, 90s in 90s in Arkansas, Texas in the 90s, Louisiana in the 70s, Mississippi in the 80s, Tennessee, Kentucky in the 80s, Indiana in the 80s, Michigan in the 80s, Michigan Peninsula in the middle 90s, we can see around 5, 6 p.m. today. Minnesota in the 90s, we can see also. Then we're gonna skip to we're gonna start moving over here. We're gonna see this is what Tuesday at 1 p.m. looks like tomorrow. We got 90s in South Dakota. Michigan we give it 100 almost at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Michigan Peninsula we're in the 90s. Minnesota we're in the 90s. 80s in Iowa. 90s in Illinois. 90s in Indiana. You can see 95 in South Dakota, North Dakota. We can see parts tomorrow also too, guys. So yeah. Then we can see tomorrow at 4 p.m. we're 100 in Breeden, South Dakota. 95 in North Dakota, Minnesota in the 90s, 90s in Wisconsin. Alright, everyone, so this is what 1 p.m. could look like on Wednesday. We can see we're 100 in New Jersey, 90s in Pennsylvania, 90s in Virginia, 90s in Michigan. We can see 90s in Ohio for Wednesday at 1 p.m., 90s in New York, 90s in the New England states. We can see also for 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Then, of course, we got 3 p.m. on Wednesday. We have 102 in parts of Pennsylvania, 100 in Maryland, 102, 100 in Breeden, New Jersey, 102 in Virginia. We'll see Ohio, Michigan in the higher 90s. We can see again Indiana in the 90s. We see New York in the 90s, Massachusetts in the 80s. We can see the New England states in the 90s too. Virginia 100, North Carolina in the 90s too. We can see also on your South Carolina, we're in the 90s too also, guys. Then we can see 5 p.m. on here. On Wednesday, we're 102 in PA. New Jersey 102, Maryland 103, Virginia 102, North Carolina 97, the New England states in the 90s. We can see for Wednesday at 5 p.m. Also, this is what our Thursday morning temperatures look like. We can see really warm. You can see on here, middle 70s in Ohio, Pennsylvania in the middle 70s, higher 70s in Maryland, higher 70s in New Jersey, even near 80 in the morning. We can see guys down here. So, of course, we're gonna look at our Philly temperatures for Wednesday real quick. So this is what Wednesday at 5 p.m. looks like. This is Tuesday. Sorry guys, that's Tuesday. I don't know why it's acting like that. So, alright, this is what Tuesday at 5 p.m. looks like. Philly temperatures at 106 in New Jersey, 105, Maryland 106, Virginia 104. We're feeling like Indiana in the 90s, Ohio we're feeling like 100 in spots. Massachusetts we're feeling like in the 80s. We can see in spots. 90s in Virginia we're feeling like 100 too. North Carolina we're feeling like in the 90s too. Also in Michigan we're feeling like 102. We can see. So I'm gonna wrap the video here. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe and notification bell. You never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.